Sagittarius, are you ready for a shocking discovery? Getting into your energy, the cave came out, and I feel the collective I'm picking up on today. You guys are going through such a intense and a powerful transformation, and you may be in the dark right now. You may feel like you're going through a dark night of the soul. You could be going through an insane transformation, but this is a time of initiation. This is a time of self-exploration, spiritual awakening, and ascension. I feel like you guys are going through a lot of energetic upgrades, and there's just something that is pulling you inwards. So this is a time where you may feel guided towards meditation, you might be guided towards prayer, or just doing some shadow work. This is the energy of going inwards and finding the light, clearing the darkness, clearing the negativity or limited beliefs or old energies that don't serve you. The cave is asking you to be brave, asking you to push through the discomfort. So you might have a fear of the dark, but maybe it's not necessarily like being scared of the dark. It's like being scared of what else is there, right? Like that. For me, I'm not scared of the dark, but just the thought of going into a cave, it's like, what if there's a bear, or like, what if there's something that's gonna creep up behind me, or, it's like, it's not a fear of the dark itself, it's a fear of what else is there. So this could be just like symbolically speaking of like your mind, like what is going on in your mind when you slow down. Because we're in a time, in this time of the year, right? It's November, Mercury retrograde. We have a lot of planets retrograding this month. It's going to be a lot of time to backtrack, time to slow down, time to pull away from the distractions and go inwards and really listen to ourselves and what is it that we truly need at this time. And some of you guys have been avoiding asking yourself that question. There has been a bit of a distractive, like, let's just stay busy, let's just keep moving, let's just stay hustling and bustling and just not think about it. But during this time, you are being asked to slow down, and you are being pushed towards this discovery. There's something you're discovering. There is something that is coming to light. There's some sort of illumination. There is something that you are going to discover over the next couple of weeks, especially as we head towards your birthday season. I feel that there will be a shocking discovery. It will forever change you. It will forever change you. Who you are before you step into this cave and the person you will be when you exit this cave, two completely different versions of yourself. So this is a significant time. Be patient with yourself on this journey. And this is a time for you to truly trust. Trust the process, trust yourself, trust the divine, and trust your intuition, most importantly. Okay? Soon it will make sense. Soon you'll have the answers. Soon it will all make sense. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. Let's see what wants to come through for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Let's see what y'all need to know right now for Saggy. Show me clearly, what do my Sagittarians need to know about? Five of Swords with the Ten of Wands. Show me clearly, what do my Sagittarians need to know right now? King of Swords with the Ten of Swords, King of Wands, Ten of Swords reversed. What's going on for Sagittarius? Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Holy crap. And then the Fool. Eight of Cups, Star, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords at the bottom. You guys, this is some intense stuff you're currently dealing with. I am seeing some deceptive energies. I am seeing illusions. I am seeing some trickery. I am seeing some people that you can't truly trust, or you've had some rocky times, rocky moments with these people, with this individual. There's hope and optimism here. There's a new beginning. I'm seeing endings as well. Like, we have Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. The Eight of Cups, definitely seeing transitional phase of your life, endings, things you're leaving behind. I see with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, you're getting out of a challenging situation. Maybe it's financially related, or if it's about like your health or your confidence, or just like an area where you've experienced lack of support. I'm seeing like there's a way out, or you're like escaping the cave. You got lost in the cave, you got lost in the darkness. Very scary, very frightening. Maybe this is representing, dark night of the soul, and it's like you may have felt like you hit rock bottom, but you're finding your way out. You're rebuilding your life. I'm hearing rebuilding your legacy. You're finding yourself. I'm hearing you're finding your true north, like your compass, your inner compass is now aligned, or is becoming recalibrated, is how I'm receiving this message. So there's a lot. We're going to break this down. We're going to dive into this. We're going to clarify. We're going to get into the nitty gritty. But let's go with this Five of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So this came out together. Wow. You're carrying a lot of weight, a lot of pressure. I'm hearing the phrase, the straw that broke the camel's back. And the camel, especially in my animal spirit deck, the camel represents someone who, and that's a fire element. It's a fire card in this deck that I have. Camel represents someone who is very patient and understanding and consistent. They're able to remain calm and neutral, level-headed, even through the most extreme situations, even through all this pressure, all this stress, all of these challenges, people challenging, life challenges, whatever, body challenges, whatever it is that you've been dealing with, but yet you're finding a way to keep the middle ground and just, okay, I accept this. I'm not going to resist. There's a little bit of contrast, but it's just showing me what I want, what I don't want. But so that saying, the straw, I don't even know if that's the right saying. I don't even know if that's the right way to put it, but the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like, this is showing enough is enough, or this is showing you've reached your breaking point. Some of you have been someone's punching bag. Like, someone has been taking a lot of their shit and anger and their pain or their issues out on you. And it's so toxic. Oh my goodness. So toxic. Five of Swords, right? Let's just break this down even more. Five of Swords, this is bringing in a lot of, I'm hearing, okay, this is interesting. I'm hearing like someone who's very territorial and controlling, or somebody who, like, their way or the highway. Anyways, Five of Swords. Conflicts, harsh words that were said, judgments, people playing mind games. And I'm seeing that as well. Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups. There's deceptive energies here that you're no longer blinded to. So the Five of Swords, I mean, it's pretty troubled. It's pretty troubled. And you're trying your best to not let this wear you down or keep you stuck. But there's something you can't carry any longer, especially if you're trying to be the peacemaker or keep your cool or keep your composure. It's like, I think you have to stand up for yourself. I think you need to, I don't know, there's something you've been holding back on doing. There's something you have been avoiding. You know what we were saying about the cave? You've been staying busy. You're like, oh no, I'll deal with it later. Or, oh, I don't want to face that. I don't want to confront that. That's too much for me. You can't avoid whatever this is much longer, because it's going to, like, if you continue to keep avoiding or suppressing this or ignoring whatever this is, or these issues, if it's relationship stuff or whatever the case is, it's going to start showing up in physical ways. So first of all, you might notice you're exhausted, you're burnt out, you're drained, you have very little energy, you're having low motivation, you're getting sleepless nights, you can barely fall asleep, or, you're experiencing shit with your body, right? You throw your back out, or you twist your ankle, or slow down. This is a time, Mercury retrograde. I don't know about you, I get extra clumsy during Mercury retrograde. So I've been trying to just, like, slow down, especially taking corners. I always be stubbing my toes on like the corner of the door or something. So I'm like, let me slow down. So you need to slow down too, because with all this pressure, it's like pressure cooker energy, and you're not giving yourself time to like ground, neutralize, rest, recuperate, all that. You're going to break, or you're going to wish you had listened to yourself sooner. Okay, so y'all ease up on yourself. 10 of Swords in the reverse. I have a tickle on my nose. Excuse me. I'm like channeling. It's like pissing me off. It's like on both sides. It's like annoying and distracting. 10 of Swords in the reverse here. There's something that's over. It's been over. It's been detached from your life, or I'm seeing like you've separated yourself from this time or period or experience. So, but that's the case. You're still holding on to it though. So why are you holding on to something that's completely dead? Or it's like, if anything, it's just a bunch of heavy bricks weighing it down. And you're not going to use these bricks later on. They're broken and busted. So this 10 of Swords in reverse. The good news is the worst is over. Good news is you ain't never have to go through that again. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen? But yeah, 10 of Swords reverse. Something is done. It's over. And there's no going back from that. And then we have the King of Wands. He is looking over at the 10 of Swords in the reverse. So I think this could be under review, or maybe this is what you are being guided towards reflecting on or going inwards about. This is also going back to the cave. This is bringing up things from your subconscious. So things that you have pushed into the deeper realms, things that you may not think about on the day-to-day. You know, you stay busy, you're living your life, you're building your empire, making your money, you're whatever you're doing. But when you go to sleep, you know, all these portals, all these dreams, all these visions, all these experiences, all these faces, it's being brought up. And the way that not King of Swords, I don't know why I keep wanting to say King of Swords, maybe he'll come out later on. Think that there's something you're having to sever or clear or cut, or there's some sort of energetic attachment that you may still have or carry in regards to whatever this is. But so the way the King of Wands is looking over at this 10 of Swords, he's kind of like making sure that what is done stays gone or is finished and won't come back to haunt him or bite him in the ass or something like that. Okay. King of Wands this is your energy as well as Leo and Aries. This is somebody who is very hardworking, they're confident, and they are someone who's a go-getter, okay? This is somebody who will be taking action and they won't stop till they get what they want. Very, very persistent fella, and very charming too. So then we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, which is good because this is showing an improvement in the areas where you experience lack, okay? Something you lost out on, something that left your life, something that fell apart, something that, you know, it came to an end, came crashing down, crash and burn, and you're still carrying all the weight from that. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse, this is whatever that you lost, whatever that broke apart. This is the aftermath of that, and this is also the recovery and bouncing back from something. It makes you think of the saying, the things that almost broke me are the things that most awoke me. I feel like, again, tying in with the cave, the person you were before entering this cave versus the person you are leaving this cave, 2 completely different people. And with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this is the energy of you finding the light / exiting this cave, escaping this cave, escaping this darkness, escaping this thing, this area that you felt stuck or trapped in. This 5 of Pentacles in reverse is showing slow but steady improvements. So that's good. Then we have the Fool. So new beginnings, starting fresh, starting over, turning a new leaf, turning a new chapter, a new page in the book. This is Aries and Aquarius energy, with Aquarius coming out as well over here with the star. Those are the main zodiacs. There's something you're initiating in the near future Could even be like recently, or you're about to initiate something here. Whatever this is, you are starting off on the right foot. It looks like 8 of Cups, the Star. You're leaving something behind that doesn't serve you, whether it is a relationship, a job, a mindset, certain habits. There's something that you've truly outgrown, something that you no longer resonate with. It's no longer a match for you. You're not compatible with this thing, this person, this place. It's not a right fit. You're moving towards something that like it exceeds your expectations. I don't even think you realize how good it's gonna get. I don't even think you realize. You might not even know exactly what it is that you want or what it is that you're moving towards. You're gonna figure that out. But as you're moving into this new direction, as you're initiating this new path, taking action, it's opening a doorway of these beautiful opportunities, a lot of magic that you're calling in and attracting. Like I'm seeing that you are going to be having a lot of experiences that take your breath away, or like, I don't know, you see a shooting star, there's just like magical things. You're like attracting a lot of magical experiences that confirm to you that you're on the right path. All right. There is going to be a lot of signs and synchronicities, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I feel here with the Star, this is you aligning with your purpose. This could be you gaining a lot more attraction in your professional life, your professional image, how you show up in your career, as well as, you know, in the world. Okay, I feel like whoever you are, you're someone who's meant to shine bright. You're someone who's meant to take up space, to be seen, to be heard, to be acknowledged. You are a very special and important soul on a mission, and you're like, whoever you are, wherever you're going, there's some kind of soul mission that you're going to be accomplishing in this lifetime. And I think that it could even be the Star and the 7 of Cups. I feel like you have a lot of different possible paths or avenues that you could go down, and it doesn't matter which one you choose or what you pick. It doesn't matter. You're going to be successful. You're someone who is destined for success. You're somebody who is good at what they do. The Star and the 7 of Cups. Now, this is also where, because we were seeing earlier a little bit of like a illusion, a little bit of some be mindful like trickery or deceptive energies. So let's switch gears for a second, because the Star and the 7 of Cups, well, we'll have to clarify this to make sure, because this may not even be relevant. If I clarify, it might be something completely different. So I probably should just clarify before I speak on this. Star, 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. Just be mindful not to sabotage yourself or your dreams. I'm hearing get lost in the sauce. Like, let me look into this actually. This one, okay. Let me see why let's see here. Let's see the Star, and then we'll look into the 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Why is the Star here for Sagittarius? This fell out on top of the King of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the King of... Hey! The King of Swords. You know, I was like, I watched the King of Swords come out later on, and here we got him. King of Swords. With the 5 of Wands. Look at all these 5s. 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. Lots of, like, challenges bringing in change, necessary change, like it's supposed to happen. There's something here you need to be cautious of, okay? Tell me about the Star. Death. So your hopes or your visions, your desires may change. things that you wanted, things that you believed that you, like, something that you really wanted might be changing, or you're detaching from this idea, or through like self-realization and awakening, there's certain things that you once desired, but that was more in just like an egotistical, like when you really truly sit with yourself and you ask yourself, do I truly want this? You're like, no. Like your soul is literally saying, nah, we want something better. Like this isn't it. Why am I trying to control or change or force or, convince? Like, why am I pushing something that clearly it's not push, it's pull. Like it's like showing here, seeing things for what they really are. King of Swords, the Five of Wands. If something's a challenge or something, and challenges aren't bad. Like challenges, they're not a bad thing. But if there's something that's constantly creating chaos and disruptions and just really fucking with you, King of Swords doesn't have time for that nonsense. He does not have time for the confusion and mind games and chaos and guessing and trying to solve a riddle. Like, he doesn't. He wants it to be easy. Like, well, maybe not easy. Again, King of Swords, he's a problem solver. And we can see here, Five of Wands, there's a problem. Houston, we have a problem. The star, right? We have a problem with this dream or this wish. Like, you're feeling as if there's a lot of obstacles getting in the way of you pursuing this dream, or there's something that keeps blocking you, or you feel like you're being denied access. So that's changing though. The Five of Wands and then Death is showing that whatever these obstacles are, whatever these blockages are, it's changing, or you can expect to see some sort of shift through Scorpio season, which we currently are in. The Scorpio season is kind of shifting you in a way, in a different direction. Like I'm seeing a little bit of redirection here, and you could be feeling a bit restricted in your mindset. Eight of Swords at the bottom. Like you could be feeling a bit stuck or trapped or unsure like what the next step is or what your next approach is. This Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups is kind of like what we were saying about the cave. It's not about being afraid of the darkness. It's about being afraid like, well, what else is in here? And when we look at the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups, it's like with all this fogginess, all this cloud, all this illusion, who is there? What is the situation? There's a lot of fogginess. We can't really see what's a potential threat. What we may perceive as a threat may actually be safe. And what we think is safe may actually be a threat. We're like, bitch, what is going on? Okay, so like the Eight of Swords at the bottom, I get it. Okay, but look. Ace of Swords underneath the Eight of Swords, which tells me like this is that shocking discovery. Hangman in the reverse. But this is inwards. Like I think that deep down in your core, you already have the truth. The truth that you've been seeking, you already have the answer within. So don't deceive yourself or trick yourself or second guess yourself. Your intuition is on point. Seven of Cups for Sagittarius. Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, Knight of Swords. So there's something coming up about a relationship here. Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles at the bottom. Look at all the fives, right? Earlier. There's something coming up about a relationship. It moves very quickly. There's like blurred lines, or there's a question of, well, where is this going? / what are we? / what are your intentions? How do you truly feel about me? That sort of thing. So you may feel like someone's kept you in the dark for all this time and you never truly understood their motivations or why they had done or said or did what they did. Right? There's a lot of like guessing games. Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, Knight of Swords. I'm seeing like communication. I'm seeing a message coming through in the near future. It could be very soon, you guys. It's something that is going to bring a powerful shift, a powerful change, this huge push through. This could be with somebody that's younger than you, or somebody that you may see as unpredictable or ungrounded at times. This is someone that catches you by surprise, or there's something that is like a bit of a surprise here. 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles underneath that, which tells me that in regards to this connection, there has been mutual loss, mutual disappointment, mutual heaviness and regret. There's been a lot of karmic lessons and balance taking place. There's been a bit of karma, right? Like, okay, they treated you this way. However they treated you, or whatever that occurred in the past, I feel very strongly that ever since that occurred, they had received what they had given to you. So they got a taste of their own medicine, / you could be giving them a taste of their medicine, like that they gave you. I think we had a reading like that like a while ago for you, Saggy. You guys had the Venom one time in the archetype deck a couple weeks ago. I think that was you. So I'm seeing that there's like karmic balance taking place. And so someone wants to come through now that they've had some sort of shocking realization or awareness or epiphany here. Something that they were in denial about for the longest time, 4 of Cups. So then we have the 7 of Swords, which is kind of saying, hey, you be cautious of this person. You be careful. Can you tell me what the 7 of Swords? Because there are hidden motivations. Let's see what this is. 7 of Swords for Sagittarius. So we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, someone pulling at your heartstrings here. They know exactly what to say to get your heart to just like melt for them. I'm literally seeing like an image in my mind's eye of like a snow heart, like a heart made of snow, and then it's melting. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. We have a Page of Cups in the reverse. Tell me about this 7 of Swords. We have the 3 of Wands and the Moon. Someone who expects you to read their mind. I get like guessing games here, mind games and stuff like that. Okay, clarifying the 7 of Swords. We have a Queen of Cups to a Page of Cups in the reverse. So if we're talking about you and another person, it's very obvious. It's clear. It's so clear that you and this person are not on the same wavelength. Okay. Someone has some growing to do to meet you at your level of Queen of Cups, the Page. We got a Page, the Knight, then the Queen. They got a couple steps to take in order to meet you at your level. They're not even a Page of Cups upright. They're in the reverse, which tells me someone is holding back how they truly feel, or someone is letting their pride and ego get in the way of them actually expressing or coming forwards to do and just opening up about what's on their hearts. Someone isn't being transparent with you. And then when we're clarifying the 7 of Swords, when the Queen of Cups came out, we're talking about like, deceptive energies, mind games. This is heavy manipulative energy. Straight up. Someone who knows exactly what I said, knows how to melt your heart, knows exactly how to make you feel for them and like make you have all this empathy for them and just consider where they're at, consider their point of view, and you would feel like blah, 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 right? Just putting yourself in their shoes. They have this really good way to make you feel sorry for them or compassionate for them, or like, give excuses for their behavior. And then 7 of Swords with the Page of Cups in reverse. This is someone who is purposely withholding information or purposely withholding certain things because they know how it would make you feel or how it would change the way you look at them. So they're purposely withholding, okay, well, I'm not going to tell them this because they're going to look at me like this way, or it's going to show cracks in my mask I'm wearing. So I'm purposely going to withhold that information or withhold these feelings. It's like there's this energy of keeping you in the dark. There's still this energy with the Moon and then the 3 of Wands. There's still this energy. I'll tell them later, or I'll tell them eventually, but not right now. Like there's this lack of transparency here There's lack of transparency and there's mind games. I don't fucking like that. Just my 2 cents, if you want to know my 2 cents. I don't like the mind games here. I don't think you do either. We have Empress, 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. Definitely saying and suggesting to protect your energy and guard yourself. Oh my goodness, y'all. What a reading. Okay. 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Then we have these cards together. And then we have those. Okay, so let's see. I don't have a whole lot of time left, but let's look into this 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands combination. Someone is now feeling the weight of their actions. They feel the weight of their actions. Five of Swords and the 10 of Wands for Sagittarius. Show me clearly. Knight of Cups. Four of Swords. This fell out on the 5 of Pentacles. The Worlds. Ace of Swords at the bottom. So this is basically saying here, someone's been doing a whole lot of reflection. They've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of healing, a lot of reflection on, you know, how they showed up in a connection with you. Someone's been dreaming about you, / you are this person's dream. There's been a lot of time or space between your last interactions, the World and the 4 of Swords. You may be at a physical distance as well. I'm also seeing that there could have been like blocks in communication. So someone is convinced that they want to win you over. The thing is with the 5 of Swords, this is an energy of like, I'm going to win no matter the cost. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to get what I desire. I'm going to get, you know, specific reaction. So there is someone, again, also 5 of Swords and a Knight of Cups, someone who's not acting in an authentic way. They're wearing a mask, but it's weighing them down because they know full-heartedly that they're not being truthful to you, to themselves, to the world. This is somebody who has to reflect the actions that they took and the damage that they've caused. I'm hearing ringing in my ear. So you might be getting some sort of message or confession. Let's see this 10 of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Swords reverse, please. You may have ended things or walked away from this individual. You had enough. This just fell out on the Fool and the 8 of Cups. It is the Ace of Cups. You may have new love coming in, Saggy. You might have someone new coming into your life in the near future. This may have also taught you how to love again, or this situation really like opened up your heart in ways that it hadn't before. We have the Magician that fell out on the Fool. Talking about the 10 of Swords reverse. So I'm seeing this was like an experience that helped you recalibrate your self, your life, your love, everything. High Priestess, and helped you evolve spiritually and also helped you like access new gifts of yours. So holy crap. After this 10 of Swords, right? This ending that created a ripple effect. It changed who you are, changed how you showed up in your relationships, changed how you receive love, how you give love, how you initiate relationships, how you enter and leave relationships even. It had a huge impact on like your subconscious, but like deep rooted beliefs in your soul, like things related to even past lives you've experienced. It's showing here because of this ending / loss / deceptive, even betrayal, all that crap. It pushed you on this path to explore and find yourself and discover these qualities of yourself you've always had, but you just either weren't using them or you didn't believe in them, or there's just a new level of awareness here. A new way of being, a new way of showing up and expressing yourself. I'm seeing you're tapping into a lot of healing and high vibrational energy. So that's beautiful. We have the Emperor at the bottom, which tells me like you have gone through a massive awakening and a huge physical shift, like physically in your body as well as even in the material world, your material gains. King of Wands. Why is the King of Wands here for Sagittarius? Hierophant. Yeah, I'm seeing like you've gone through a massive ascension, a massive level up, and you're also here to help guide or teach others. Like you're a leading example is what I'm hearing. You lead by example, or like by the actions that you take, you create this ripple effect in people's lives. People that will never forget you. You may forget about them, but they'll never forget you. That's did not want to come out. Anything else about the King of Wands? Like you may be a teacher, a leader, a mentor of some sort, a guru of some sort. You could be someone who has the qualities to step into the light, or you may be somebody who you might not want. I get a sense, well, the Chariot's at the bottom. I think you should. You've been on the fence of whether or not you should put yourself out there. Like you deserve to be seen. I think you do really well in the public eye. I really do. I think you could be a great public speaker. I think you could be someone who really like uplifts the world, or there's just a lot of wisdom that you share that, or wisdom you could share. I feel like you haven't yet, or maybe you have, but not in ways. There's different ways. There's another approach that you haven't took yet. Okay, so you should probably consider over the next couple of months, you should probably give it a chance, see what opportunities might open up if you were to push yourself. I'm seeing here you're someone who has a lot of unique abilities and skills that deserve recognition, and you also need to recognize yourself and your gifts, because if you don't, no one else will. I'm saying, you got to believe in yourself, be your own biggest cheerleader. But you're somebody here who has a lot of talent, a lot of skills, and I'm hearing like, don't let it go to waste. Don't let it go to waste. Chariots at the bottom with the Knight of Pentacles. Take your time. This is perfect time for planning. So get a plan in motion. And when you feel guided, when you feel in alignment, you go for it. Put your foot on the gas. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you could be getting a new job. Ace of Wands. Hey, tell me this Five of Pentacles reverse. We have the King of Cups. Something that's emotionally fulfilling as well. And then the Wheel of Fortune. There's divine timing that's at play. Something that you've been highly anticipating. Seven of Wands at the bottom. I'm seeing changes that are taking place in your material world, your money, your finances, as well as like overall your healing and your mental well-being. There's a lot of changes taking place. The actions that you're taking, your day-to-day routine is shifting. There's been a massive shift in your life recently or in the near future. I'm seeing that you're going through a huge shift in how you show up for yourself, how you feel emotionally in your body. And that's just going to create this ripple effect in how you move, the work you do, how you communicate with others, how you just overall your energy, your aura. There seems to be this big shift that's taking place for you, Saggy. And I'm hearing that it's time with the Wheel of Fortune. I think that Spirit's giving you the green light to go forwards and like do something you have been thinking about, but you've been like holding yourself back from doing. This is the time. Your time is now. Your time has come. Let's see the Fool. Let's see what you're jumping into. The Fool, the Seven of Wands. The Tower, and the Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, my bad, Emperor at the bottom. So I think that this is happening quite soon, y'all. I think this is definitely taking place while we're still in Scorpio season, definitely before your birthday season. I think that there is going to be this initiation here. This could be someone inviting you to go somewhere to like meet up, or this could be someone who wants to collaborate with you. This could be with a friend, but I'm seeing that there's something here that lights you up, and you're maybe at first you're a little resistant, or you're a little hesitant on giving this a chance, or you're giving reasons why you shouldn't, or I'm seeing you're trying to protect yourself here. You're very cautious, but I see you're gonna surprise yourself with this This is something you didn't see coming. This is something that you didn't know you needed, but my goodness, thank goodness it showed up. It really it has this powerful weight to it. Like, this is something that's going to be significant. This is something that's going to be life-changing. I feel like you're on the verge of a massive breakthrough. Some of you are going through a breakup. I also wanted to say breakup. Some of you could be breaking up with someone or something, or like a habit, or there's something that it could be an old identity that you had for yourself. It's like you're breaking up with this old vision, this old idea, or even what we seen earlier with the star, and this is like your hopes, dreams, and desires. But then the cards that came out was King of Swords, Five of Wands, and Death, where it's like there's certain things that maybe you don't want or you no longer align with anymore. You're being real with yourself. You're looking at it for what it is, not what it could have been or what you wish it was. You're just seeing it for what it truly is. The King of Swords is like, this is you just speaking the truth, being honest, a little bit blunt, maybe a little bit sharp, but necessary. And being like, hey, you know what? This is an obstacle, or this is a distraction, or this is steering me away from what I actually desire in this life. So something's got to change. I got to make the change, or I got to cut this out, or I need to limit this thing, or limit your access, or whatever the fuck, right? You're having boundaries and structure and discipline that's going to help activate this big shift in your life. So, whew, I think we'll leave the reading here. All right. I've been yapping for too long. I hope this helps. I hope this brings some light to your situation. Let me know in the comments below. Private readings are available in the description box, and I will see y'all later. Have a beautiful day, Saggy. Bye.